They have provided community for their people.
Okay.
Jose and them came over here illegally and built a community in America, provided resources for their people.
Name alone is insane. The name alone is the woman king, right? What is king by definition?
Hey, you already know who it is. It's your boy Nigel of Single Male Diaries. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, to subscribe, like, comment, and share, and hit that notification bell, and thanks for the support. Today, I'm going to be showing 2 clippings from O'Shea Duke Jackson on Celebrity Junk. These 2 episodes to me kind of plays hand in hand, and the first clip is about a BBW speaking on how black men aren't stepping up. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's get to the show.
So I came across this particular TikToker by the name of Tyree Brundridge, and she's a 42, I believe, year old African-American woman from Florida, and she has some pretty interesting positions about black men and their lack of ability to provide resources in the black community. I want to play some of those videos right now to see if she's right or if she's wrong or if it's biased. So let's get into the reactions.
One thing that I can tell you that I recognize when I go out into the world is when you look at white men, they have provided community for their people.
Okay.
Jose and them came over here illegally and built a community in America, provided resources for their people in their community. Asians, who were very restricted when they came to this country, who could only operate certain types of businesses in certain types of districts, have built a community and provided resources for their people. I can go on and on and on. But what have black men built for their community? Why are we the only community of people in America who have to constantly and consistently go to other communities for resources? What have our men built on American soil for our people as far as resources? And before you come with that BS argument talking about, oh, what we couldn't have, our ancestors built community and resources for their people. Well, if you know, you know. If you know your history, you know your history. And that's why I'm about to sit up here and stop going back and forth with these ignorant people who do not read and who do not know their history. Because you can't sit up there and say this is something recent. Our men built for their communities back in the day.
Okay, so shout out to the sister again. This is not going to be, me disrespecting her, because I think that what she's talking about, even though she's, not you can kind of use a little bit of an aggressive tonality, she's not necessarily being rude. Okay, she has some strong points. In the last 40 years, yeah, black men have not been as productive as the men in previous generations. I'm not making excuses for it. It's the general truth. It's an issue that we have in black male communities outside of women. I won't deny that. However, we do want to talk about what stopped black men from continuing on the building that we saw in, in the 30s, 40s, 50s, with the advent of, some of the private colleges, some of the HBCUs. Morehouse was started in the basement, Spelman. So those things were led, a lot of that by black men and black women. But what stopped it?
Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to chime in real quick. I'm going to tell you what stopped it. Modern women. Women who do not want to work and be cooperative with men. Women who look as if being submissive is being a slave. When you're dealing with boss chicks, single moms, women who put their jobs, careers, children, businesses first, rather than get on the man program and know what that man in particular needs and or want. These women are more or less selfish these days. They don't respect black men, and when a black man does speak his voice, he's shamed, insulted, guilt, and they have the need to be right. But that's just my personal perspective. But ladies and gentlemen, here's the second person that I was talking about, and this is O'Shea Du Jackson's video, but this is the Peef Network. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get to the show.
I want to talk about this excerpt in which they were discussing the woman king and how disrespectful it was to black men, but he's going to also point out why black men get so much disrespect in the United States. Let's check it out.
Thank you so much, Angry Man.
I'm gonna say my piece. I'm gonna add to it. Angry Man kind of hit on it, but I'm gonna go ahead and come in with the knife in it. I didn't watch it because the name alone is insane. The name alone is the woman king, right?
Mm-hmm.
What is king by definition?
Man.
A male ruler.
Mm-hmm.
What is a queen by definition? A female ruler.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So why the would they make a movie called The Woman King?
Mm-hmm.
See, that's why I ain't watch it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not giving them my money.
Mm-hmm.
It's no such thing. It's impossible.
Mm-hmm.
Blackout, man. And that particular kingdom never had a ruler.
Hold on, let me clean up. Cause what if we start saying the mom dad? Is that possible?
No.
Or any stupid that they can come up with, right? And they really doing this to shit on the black male image. Show me one white, Asian, any other race, Middle Eastern movie that they could pick a woman as a king.
Mulan.
I don't even know what the fuck that is. A cartoon?
It's a
Yeah.
cartoon. Yeah, but it's
Well, they don't do it. You know why? Because they understand it's disrespectful to your man.
Right.
That Liola Davis, that bitch, she's a terrorist. And then now, and I be the only one that keep it funky. Angry Man too, you know what I'm saying? Chaotic, and but you know what? Listen, Logic, what is it? There you go. She's an actual a unprofessional black woman hired by the U.S. government to serve in a position against black men and kids. This fucker is a murderer. And if we don't call it out, it's gonna get worse.
Now, in the previous comment that he had made, before it gets worse, what does that mean? And this is overall for black men, their voice being respected, looked up as leaders of our community, all these things. But yet and still, black men don't have the support that we need. But here are two prime examples, all due respect.
I'm not anti-transgender. I'm not anti any of these things. What I am anti is propagating your worldview on other people's. If you're gay and you can't have kids, why do you now believe it's your right to go to other people's kids and tell them how to think? If you've decided that the type of sex you want to have will prevent you from procreating, that's your decision, right? You've decided that having sex with women isn't worth it for you. You don't want to have children. You want to have sex with men. Fine, your decision, and you're entitled to it. That does not give you the entitlement to go to other people's families who did decide to have children and raise them and try and program their. Leave the kids alone. You can be as transgender as you like. Don't come talk to my kid about it. That's my child. I will program my child with my worldviews. I raise them. I pay for them. They're my kid. They're not your kid. And they're not the government's kid.
Was a hypocrite, in my honest opinion. He really was. Was that if you're over 38 and you haven't married or something like that, that you're no good and disposable, I hope this is teaching folks a lesson about the karma that you put out. Karma comes knocking at your door. She might not be so kind. So, you know, the fact that he killed over real quick.
Now, with society being the way it is today, modern women, and all this other stuff that's going on, when are men going to have a chance, though? You know, how is it going to work? We have to support each other. You know, we have to take a stance and just be there for each other as men, and then we just branch out with whatever else we have to offer once we get ourselves solidified to be in a greater position. Ladies and gentlemen, here's the rest of the show.
You haven't looked at that other chick, and I don't mean to change the subject, I want to put this out. That ESPN analyst,
Malika Andrews.
they're getting bolder.
Yes.
They're getting bolder by the day.
Mm-hmm.
And as we sit back, as right now in 2022, in America, the weaker vessel.
Yep.
We don't want to call it out. We don't want to say it's we don't want to say no. I'm against LGBTQAG. I'm against this. We're scared.
My nigga.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, and that was O'Shea Duke Jackson at the Celebrity Junk. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, subscribe, comment, like, share, and hit that notification bell. And some of you might like what I say, some of you might not, but I don't give a fuck. And I really don't. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, y'all stay safe, y'all be blessed. But